So to view the calendar feature and everything inside of the features that we've created, once you've logged into your account and you're on the dashboard, go ahead and click on calendars here on the left-hand sidebar. This is going to bring up the calendars tab within the account, and it's now we're going to reveal all of the different features that we have within this tab. Just as a quick side note, if you haven't watched our video of setting up a calendar, please go ahead and watch that before viewing this video. So to start off, we have an overview here of our calendar company-wide. So this will give you an idea of either month, week, or day of who's booking in where and what days of the week have appointments booked in on them. We can filter these views by users as well as by specific calendars. So if we'd only like to see our personal calendar and our personal appointments, just make sure that you personally are selected on this filter list, and then this calendar will preview only the appointments that you have personally booked on your calendars. Likewise, if you don't like to see events on specific calendars, you can select those calendars here on the filter list, and that will show those specific events here on this preview. We can also skip into different months. So we can, right now we're on September 2024. By clicking these arrows, we can go backwards or forwards onto each different month, and we can start to see the appointments that would appear if they were booked in on our calendar for these different months of the year. If we'd like to manually input a new event, you can click on New up here in the top right corner, and this will allow us to manually book in an appointment or block off time on our calendar. We'll come back to this in a moment and exactly what this means, but you can do this right within the calendar feature just by clicking on New. So next then, up here at the top tabs, we have calendars as well as appointments. So by clicking on appointments, this will actually show a preview and a list of all the appointments that are booked within your account. These appointments will be filtered based off of all appointments and all calendars and all users, giving you a complete list of every single appointment that has been booked in by every single member of your team across all calendars. Again, you can view these and filter these by filters here on the top. You can view them by primary calendars or maybe just by users. You can also do so by status, such as confirmed, showed, no show, etc. Again, to manually add an appointment onto our calendars, again, we can click on New Appointment up here in the top right corner, and this is going to open up a new box, allowing us to manually book in an appointment right here within the software. However, let's say you don't want to book an appointment and instead you want to block off time in your calendar. To do so, you can click on Blocked Off Time, or to start with, you would click on New Appointment and then click on Block Off Time on this new tab, which it opens. So next then we have calendar settings. So by clicking on up here, calendar settings in the top toolbar, it's going to bring us to the back end of our calendar settings. In here, it's going to allow us to view a list of all previous created calendars within our account. And by clicking on these three dots of each calendar, we can manage each account by either deleting it, deactivating it, editing it, duplicating it, sharing it, or even moving it to a group. Next, we have groups on this next menu up here. This is where we can create groups and start grouping calendars for organizational purposes. Next, we have service menu. This is going to allow us to add services into our back end of our calendars. This is especially useful when it comes to integrating payment providers and taking payments from our calendars. We can actually link services to those payments and track inventory counts in the back end of our accounts. Next is rooms and equipment. So these two menus are more specifically created for physical businesses and physical addresses. This is where we can actually include rooms and numbers of equipment within our calendars, so that ensuring that you're not double booking rooms or training rooms or pieces of equipment in your business. You can actually isolate those equipments and isolate the numbers of equipment and numbers of rooms based off of the bookings. And again, on the back end of your software in terms of organization, let you see what rooms and what pieces of equipment are being used at any given time within your business based off of calendar bookings that come through. So next then we have preferences up on the top toolbar, and this will allow you to set an overall preference as to where your meeting location can be. So you can set this as custom or a Zoom, Google Meet, or a phone and physical address. This will set a default meeting location across all your personal calendars and setting those scheduling options to whatever setting that you choose within your user preferences. However, you can also customize these per calendar. So if you'd rather your calendars override your user preferences, you can do so in the actual calendars when it comes to creating calendars. If you'd like to see more information on that, please go ahead and view the setting up a calendar video within the tutorials, and you'll be able to see more information on how to do that. Next, we have account preferences, which is setting up the preferences within your accounts. So this is things like what day of the week does the week start on, any widget preferences, so just time, format, language. You can go ahead and set all these preferences in here if you'd like to change any of these. Then we have availability. Again, we can change the availability of our personal availability within our account at any given time by going into the availability settings and changing them in here. Right now, we're currently working on account availability for account-wide availability across all the users. However, this is not released just yet. However, it is coming soon. Finally, then we have connections. So this is where we can connect our third-party calendars and really all of our integrations within our calendars. So if you haven't connected any calendars, this is a great place to start. Go ahead and click on Add New, and you'll be able to add your Google Calendar, your Outlook, your iCloud, or even your Calendly. And also integrate your video conferencing software such as Zoom, and you can start pulling in and generating unique meeting links for every time that you book in calendar invites on the back end of our calendar systems. So by going back, you can then also integrate video conferencing softwares. You can also look at Google organic bookings as well as local service ads and start connecting all of your Google ad accounts into the back end here and see the analytics and how everything works. Okay, and there we have it. That is a complete overview of your calendar settings within your account. If you have any questions whatsoever on how your calendar operates or any specific settings that have to do within your calendar, please feel free to reach out to our team and we'll be more than happy to help.